Let's check out what's going on Twitter. Threads. X. Math teacher says, some. Me.
Michael, are you constipated?
Buddy once told me, oh man, thank you. Stop calling it Twitter, says guy who dead names his own child. The climate crisis is spiraling out of control. Thousands of fish are washing up dead in the Gulf of Mexico because the water is too hot to hold oxygen. This is a climate emergency. Let's see, a statement about how bad things are right now, some visual proof to hammer down that desolation we're all feeling, and a lack of any further effort to thwart this cause aside from posting something on the internet. Huzzah! We've made a Twitter thread X post. Host successfully made, gentlemen. We can wrap it up for today. Me. The kids haven't eaten their sandwiches. Wife. Okay, just throw them out. Later. Me. Helping the kids pack a suitcase. Look, I'm just as surprised as you are. Oh, don't cry. You've only got a certain amount of tissues in here. I ain't giving you much.
I love this silly little site. Where else can you see this conversation with these accounts? Derek Guy.
Every life hack I see here now is just how to do a normal, simple thing harder. Like,
an easy way to take off a sweater is to set it on fire.
Hello, U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission here. Please do not set clothes you're wearing on fire.
Hello, I'm a cat, always with the best advice. Thank you, You really know how to hack my life.
This is it from the Buccaneers.
One of Louisiana's few doctors specializing in pediatric heart conditions is leaving the state after the legislature passed a variety of bills aimed at restricting rights for LGBTQ people. What's weird is that description makes it sound like this is just their political position about it all, but no, they're literally gay themselves. Like, okay, you want to restrict my rights? Bye-bye. I'm not giving you my literal skills that are in high demand. But what's this? Eric! Oh no! Eric Infotech! His rebuttals, they're always so powerful and effective!
take cover, LGBTQ people. He's about to attack you with facts and logic. Oh!
Okay, so...
Oh, he's right. You could just train another pediatric heart person anyway. They could, just the 2 weeks of training, it's done, it's resolved.
And here we see a comparison of Nixon's dog Checker's grave. Literally still gets flowers to this day. Incredible. Especially considering the fact the Nixons aren't exactly around anymore. Now compare this to Trump's first wife, Ivana. Her grave. Now look, to be fair, they did divorce in 1990. But I mean, she still is the biological mother of his 3 children. I don't know. Look, maybe she was a terrible mother. Maybe this is justified. But you'd think he'd instill some responsibility onto the kids at least to be like, hey, take care of your mother's grave?
This just in from the r/conservative. New study finds 0 Amish children diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, or autism.
Diagnosed is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I thought the Amish don't, they avoid any sort of advanced technology and stuff. What do they do? That they what do they... Seriously, how do you check for these things without the science of medical technology?
Well, that kid's hair isn't falling out, and they're not dead, so definitely that's not cancer. They're good, yep.
Oh my god, this is some news. To really punch into the gut of Elon's dream, Microsoft owns the trademark for X. This is just too good. Please, Microsoft, please make it cost as much as Twitter was to, purchase this. There is some true schadenfreude going on with anyone's relationship to Elon right now. This just in, they seriously are thinking about this while in the middle of a failing war on their part. Russia is floating a plan to build a village for conservative Americans who want to move to a Christian country and are tired of liberal ideology in the US.
I'm going to start a fund to help pay for this.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of liberals themselves who would actually be willing to pay for this too. I'm buying pork chops for everyone. Trump says I'm buying pork chops for everyone, then walks away without paying. Whoa, he's good. He knows just how to get the people to vote for him. When my family was on vacation in Japan, my husband ended up needing to visit the ER. The staff at the Japanese hospital was deeply concerned that we didn't have Japanese health insurance to cover the costs. Oh, if you're an American reading this bit, you're going, this is gonna depress you. So the total ER visit, including a medical test and medication, was $210.98. That is without any health health insurance at all. Please do not ever tell me that healthcare costs in the United States are remotely reasonable. We have the most screwed up healthcare system in the world, basically. Honestly, if I ever went to America, I wouldn't leave my hotel. I don't want to risk getting any sort of paper cut that could cost me $50,000. Our HP printer hasn't been working for a month, and every manner of troubleshooting, resets, changing ink cartridges didn't seem to work. After calling HP, they said the debit card on file had expired.
So they manually disabled our printer? They can do that? Why is that? Why do they need to be able to do that?
In unrelated news, I'm now radicalized.
Yeah, I'm radicalized by third person. Wow.
The White House has announced they are putting Biden's name on hundreds of thousands of infrastructure project signs after Republicans started taking credit for projects they voted against.
Oh,
that's a good tactic. I understand now why they usually shove their names on these things. It's not so much for clout, it's just to be like, hey,
this is me. This is my doing, not the other team.
Lebanon is set to ban the #Barbie movie for promoting homosexuality.
No one is gay in the movie. That man in pink is literally obsessed with Barbie.
The mental gymnastics regarding homophobia. It's just,
man is in pink, therefore he must be gay.
You, Eric Swallows reportedly called McCarthy a kitty cat on the House floor for being controlled by extreme MAGA. McCarthy responded, "Call me a putty again, and I'll kick your ass." Swallows responded, "You are a putty." And McCarthy did nothing. I have no idea who is who, so I'm just going to trust the editor's zooming in skills when I go, "Yeah, nice job, you."
I swear to God, if you just zoomed into the middle white line.
Front row of a Trump rally, what do you see? I see a lot of fans of a popular Lindsay Lohan teen movie. I'm fairly confident that none of these people have their natural hair color right now. Elob is incomprehensibly stupid, and I thank him for so publicly disproving meritocracy. Why the remarks? Well, in 2000, Elon Musk tried to rebrand PayPal as X.com, but was forced out by the board and replaced as CEO by Peter Thiel. Now he's doing the same to Twitter, but is surrounded by sycophants who can't tell him it's a bad idea. So we have PayPal to blame for this story arc of Elon's. Curse you, PayPal, for ruining Twitter. Actually, you know what? Thank you, PayPal, for ruining Twitter. Breaking! New reports show that CIA agents were killed, captured, or compromised because Hunter Biden sold their names to our enemies. Damn, that explains why everyone's after him and his laptop. Now that I got Republicans' attention, that was actually Donald Trump.
Oh, fiery mob and pitchfork guys, where are you all going? Come back!
You know, I was kind of curious if this was a true photo or not, and turned out this other post just really cements it. Ivana Trump's cheap, tacky grave a year ago, and now. It's not enough to sling your dead wife's corpse under a golf course. You can't even bother to maintain the burial site by mowing the grass and stopping dogs from peeing on it. What a horrible, disrespectful family. Mitch McConnell inexplicably freezes during press conference, is quickly escorted away.
Ah man, being governed by an oligarchy of hospice patients rules!
Yeah, it's getting to a real point where it's kind of just pathetic and sad to see their desperate attempts to keep the control of their status quo. Wow, this singer. This is incredible, haunting, an anthem for the common man in America, the one striving against the rich men north of Richmond. It's the ballad of solid men who wanted to be left alone, but when pushed, will fight for the old ways and true loves. Let's have a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amazon Basics Marcus Mumford here, scapegoating rich men north of Richmond when the hard-right governor of Virginia, this guy William Wolf, is literally a Patagonia fleece-sporting private equity dude from Great Falls. Man, I know there's an actors strike going on still, but honestly, these politicians could easily take some roles. They've got the acting chops down pat. But enough criticizing people and their political beliefs. Let's criticize people by how they act based on an
skin on their body. You know, the one that makes them think stuff. The skin, obviously.
The whites are at it again.
Oh, I freaking know, right? I hate white people.
He talked about electric cars. I don't know anything about cars, so when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. Then he talked about rockets. I don't know anything about rockets, so when people said he was a genius, I figured he must be a genius. Now he talks about software. I happen to know a lot about software. And Elon Musk is saying the stupidest stuff I've heard anyone say. So when people say he's a genius, I figure I should stay the hell away from his cars and rockets.
This is a great example as to how businesses can influence themselves in the stock market, but then you get places like Dr. Pepper who are making things that aren't meant to be made as Dr. Pepper versions, and somehow they're doing okay still. What the hell? World, why are you whack like this?
What's betrayal? I know betrayal. It's when you carry your pet to your room and it walks out.
Why people... seriously? Really?
White people love saying, "I've been coming here for _years." Hey, Pauline, a quick question. I've or I'm, two totally different meanings, you know? Oops, I didn't even notice my typo.
Yeah, I think you were too busy trying to type white people into a new trendy way. White people, it sounds like something you'd say to a baby to tell it to wipe its bottom.
Remember to wipe people. Past a bunch of high school kids.
What?
A cheerleader's holding a sign, car wash, no vehicles with Trump stickers allowed. They're scoring big. There's a line of about 35 cars. Oh, that's gonna take them ages. Kinder to 5 supplemental book opt-out form.
Basically permitting your child to be exempt from having to read materials that might be, you know, something that clashes with religious beliefs. Or in the case this is actually used for, parents to feel like their ideologies get to stay in this world and they can hammer it into their child without feeling like they maybe are not really that perfect themselves. So what's this typical Karen of a mother demanding their child be exempt from?
My child is not allowed to see or be exposed to any PragerU materials at all. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think it's in Florida maybe? But a bunch of schools have banned like a lot of psychology learning, and instead they're making their students learn through PragerU, which to compare, it's like spending thousands in school fees to send your child to a YouTube channel that is like a man only getting his life advice from some sort of alpha male sort of thing where they're, you know, every 3 minutes they're trying to sell you their sponsorship deal, which is their own company. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's wow, America.
I took 1-star reviews of Barbie from Furious Men on Letterboxd and put them on the posters because it makes the film seem cooler. Oh, this is beautiful.
An alienating, dangerous, and perverse film.
Barbie.
The feminist agenda will kill us all.
Barbie.
They won't be happy until we are all gay.
Barbie.
A pink trip that feels like being slapped by lots of
Confusingly attractive people. Did this person like have a slight bi-curious moment?
You know, insurance companies quietly abandoning everyone should be sending 5 alarm fire bells. Man, X is really just a cesspit of positivity these days, isn't it? Quick shout out to the good people at Universal Pictures for trimming the trees that gave our picket line shade right before a 90+ degree week.
Man, top props to everyone who's going on out of their way to unionize. I don't know if anyone's seen that show Superstore, basically Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but set in like the Walmart sort of universe. I'll be honest, it had funny moments, but 90% of the time, I was just getting depressed by how terrible the conditions were. So when I heard about Universal Pictures doing this to the trees, just, oh, what a coincidence. It happened to be the time of the year that we trim these trees. Not surprised at all. Would not be surprised if they suddenly start dumping all their trash along the area too.
Latest from Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro destroys Barbie movie for 43 minutes.
Ben Shapiro just uploaded a 43-minute YouTube video about whining over a movie about Barbie dolls.
Oh man, I am so glad this movie is so successful. It's really fun to watch.
Hey everyone, this Tennessee congressman met his wife when she was still in high school and married her just a few years later when she was 21 and he was 45.
Oh no, Republicans, the HEBA file is coming from inside the house.
You know what? Using the word coming in this context is really gross and I apologize.
And there it is. Just a comment from a Trump supporter.
I think
think what most liberals are missing is that this isn't about right and wrong. It's about
Winning and losing! I've attached my entire worldview to this man and I am going down with the ship. Not one of you is going to convince me otherwise.
What a lovely reminder that men definitely never can be as emotional and erratic as women can be sometimes. Yep, you know, men are purely only logical thinkers, as we see here. Purely a logical thought process went into this comment.
When I was, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something, I thought I was insane because it was clear that other people, their minds weren't exploding with ideas all the time. A quote from Elon Musk, quoted from Musk University. Hi, Elon Musk here. Wow, I noticed you're talking about me. There's a downside to this. My internal mental torture is high.
Oh my freaking god. He's the one. He's the one who started the r/I am very smart subreddit. He is the original.
Latest from Fox News. Barbie film forgets core audience in favor of trans agenda and gender themes. Christian movie site warns. Transgender star Hari Neff is featured in Barbie and said the movie encourages living your life and being in your body your way on your own terms. The autonomy is disgusting. Don't do what you want. You are not a pirate. You are not free.
I'm already going to watch Barbie. You can stop hyping it up.
Try groping my wife in front of me in a small hello, someone else's wife.
Oh. I'm sorry that Mitch McConnell appears to have suffered a medical incident. He'll have the best health care that taxpayers' money can buy and return to work to abolish Medicare and Social Security for the rest of us. The irony. The Kids Online Safety Act imposes an amorphous duty of care that would compromise anonymous speech and restrict access to constitutionally protected content. Coursera's big government overreach and what should be decisions made by parents, not politicians and bureaucrats, about their kids' activities online. The direct and indirect costs of these types of Big Brother policies will be dire. I swear they are trying to pass a new bill like this every single, 5 years. I mean, am I insane? Or I swear this is the same issue that's been brought up multiple times in the past. This quote from the New York Times review of the Oppenheimer film. He served as a director of a clandestine weapons lab built in a near desolate stretch of Los Alamos in New Mexico. So it was actually inhabited by Hispanos. They were given less than 24 hours to leave. Their farms were bulldozed. Many of those families had been on the same land for centuries. The Oppenheimer's crew literally shot all their livestock through the head and bulldozed them. People fled on foot with nowhere to go. Land rich, money poor, their land seized by the government. Can't wait for the Oppenheimer buzz to die. The bombs those men built, they dropped in on New Mexico to test it. On my mother. She was 18 months old, in the fallout zone. Of the 21 girls in her high school class, 17 had leukemia. Tell that story, Hollywood. Damn, Alyssa, you should take that valid shade to the actors and writers strike because they could use it.
Trying liberal foods. Whoa, this was a bad idea. I have to wear sunglasses indoors. That or because I don't want people to know my identity, even though my name is literally my YouTube channel. But I mean, it's got to be one of those two things because, for God, it can't be because I think I actually look cool like this.
Oh no, he probably thinks he looks cool like that.
Hey yo, pass the pronoun chips. My gay blood sugar levels are low.
While my father loves almost all his supporters, almost? Okay. Please do not come to Mar-a-Lago to support President Trump. We have many important people coming through the club and need to keep it clean. Could have mentioned, concerns for safety and, huge crowd developing, but no, it's all about cleanliness. AKA,
don't come here, you dirty freaking hillbillies.
Winner of $1.28 billion lottery gets $433.7 million after tax. Oh, so we do know how to tax billionaires then. I will say in the defense of this is someone getting $1 billion straight away, not $1 billion over the case of a year and, different little transactions here and there. So there's, that to factor in, but still valid point, still agreed, tax the billionaires. Not to be a drooling socialist cuck, but if a full day's labor can't purchase 3 square meals, 24 hours worth of rent and utilities, a fraction of a month's clothing budget, and a reasonable portion to be saved for when you can no longer comfortably work, what the frick are we doing stuff for? Honestly, after reading all these, I think all we're doing now is just lining the pockets up for psychologists, because a lot of us are going to need it. Rather than going back to the negotiating
negotiating table to give a fair deal to writers, the studios are beginning to consider terminating some of their first look and overall deals with writers as soon as Tuesday. Well, if you ever wanted to start up an indie project, now is the perfect time. Charles Barkley, everybody!
Hey, let me tell you something. All you rednecks or a-holes who don't want to drink Bud Light, frick y'all. Hey, y'all can't cancel me,
Barkley said to a mixture of cheers and booing from the crowd.
For those who don't know who this man is, he's apparently, according to Google, a television analysis on CBS Sports. So he's basically talking to a whole sports crowd right now. Hey, I ain't worried about getting canceled because let me tell you something. If y'all fire me and give me all that money, I'm gonna be playing golf every freaking day. So listen, as I said last night, if you're gay, God bless you. If you're trans, God bless you. And if you have a problem with them, frick you,
Barkley concluded. 2 Moms for Liberty members in San Diego thought they could stop a library from displaying LGBTQ books during Pride Month, so they checked out every book and sent an email saying they would refuse to return them unless the library promised to permanently remove them. When the story ran in the local paper, not only did people replace the books, they donated $15,000 so more books could be purchased, and the city matched the amount. Now, the library has $30,000 more for more LGBTQ-themed books. Thanks, Moms for Liberty.
People who refuse to download TikTok think they have a PhD in maturity.
Excuse me, I'll have you know that it's more so because I'm too distracted by Instagram Reels anyway. So, I'm that kind of person who gets all the latest TikToks 3 weeks after they've already trended. Bummed to learn that Dee Snider, the man with the perfect song written decades ago about the attack on traditional, conservative American values, We're Not Gonna Take It, is riding the train in the wrong direction. How could it be that he sang for us, but now fights for them?
Yeah, man, the gender-bendy guy in the makeup, feather boa, and perm was, squints, a hero of traditional values. What's frustrating is this is just one of like 50,000 examples of famous artists back in the day who all looked like this. They were all gender fluid in their features.
These gender-bending facial features are only an issue now because you can't make fun and attack the gays as much anymore. Johnny Cash.
My wife is black and I will shoot a cop on principle.
Modern country musicians.
I'm so proud of living in a sundown town, I could suck off a Marine in my Ford truck.
Donald Trump swore in court yesterday he would not attempt to influence or intimidate witnesses, retaliate against anyone, or in any other way attempt to obstruct the administration of justice. Are you prepared to comply? The magistrate judge asked. Yes, Trump replied. Hey, what's this post on Truth Social?
If you go after me, I'm coming after you!
So, who sold Elon a pre-owned logo?
Ooh, this musical artist is going to have a wonderful little cash out, aren't they?
Goodbye, Republicans. Your damn days are numbered. 4 million 17-year-olds turn 18 before the November election.
Man, just the population number alone is kind of a freaky thing for me, and not so much about the voting system. This just in from CBS News.
A black man who says he was elected mayor of a rural Alabama town, but has been kept from taking office by white leaders of the town, has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit. Wow, how fun. Don't you worry about reading To Kill a Mockingbird at school anymore, kids. Just go visit Alabama. Who needs to read anymore when you can just see?